The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The lone wolf, who you thought was a good collaborator because you didn't have the right candidate insights. But once you hired them, it was all hoarding info, declining meetings, and howling at the full moon? But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can go deeper than just the resume to find you a perfect fit. By using insights from the LinkedIn network to give you a short list of best fit candidates. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Here he is, the manager of our Staten Island FerryHawks, the all-time Met great. I love this guy. Wally Backman. Wally, good morning, Coach. Mr. Manager, how are you?
I'm good, Sid. How are you guys doing today?
Well, great. It's great to have you. I want to get to this team because, you know, a couple of years ago when Edgardo Alfonso, another great New York Mets second baseman just like you, he managed the team. He managed Brooklyn as well. And he was able to have a good second half, and the team makes the playoffs, even if they had a not-so-great first half, wins and losses, but a great second half. Something tells me that's what you're looking at right now with this baseball team, yes?
Yes, we definitely are. You know, I mean, with John, our owner, giving me an opportunity to come here, and also Gary giving me an opportunity to come here, I really believe we could turn around. You know, it's been a tough go around the first 11 games or whatever. We've won a couple of games, but we've actually made 11 changes already in player personnel, and we're going to get rid of a few more. We're bringing in some more quality players to come into the organization, and I think that I'm seeing a change already. And, you know, the second half starts on the third. I'm hoping and I believe that we're going to be right where we need to be to where we can really perform in the second half. So with the changes being made, bringing in a couple more big league players, a couple guys from AAA, we've had to get rid of some guys that they had brought in earlier that were out of the NCAA. It's just too much for them. So with the new guys coming in and the new guys that we've already brought in, I think the roster is really starting to shape up. It's hard to do it halfway through the season, but we've been fortunate enough to bring in 11 different guys.
And you did say, in all honesty, during that press conference, that you were going to make changes, that in the little time you were there at that point, you saw what had to be changed, and you talked specifically, Wally Backman, about the pitching staff, and that's where most of the changes have been made, yes?
Yes, it is. You know, yesterday there was 4 releases, 3 of them were pitchers and 1 position player, so we've probably added 7 pitchers since I've been here, with more to come. I got a major league guy, Bernardo Flores, coming in to meet us in Maryland on Friday. I brought in another kid, Perez, that's just going to meet us on the bus here in about 10 minutes to go with us. It was very, very good in Lexington. It was 2-2 with 4 saves, but a quality arm. You know, we didn't have anybody that was 93, 94, 95, and you know, I try to tell the pitchers, the major league fastball right now is like 94.3, the average major league fastball. So if we don't have that, you've got to be able to pitch. So, you know, we've looked for stronger arms, more powerful arms. We've got a few, but again, there's always a chance of more additions. And, you know, we're going to try to make it right and do the right things here to try to make this team really compete and be able to win.
But just to reiterate what you said at the very top of the conversation, you really feel, because you don't BS, Wally, okay? That's not your style. You really feel in your heart of hearts that this team can turn it around in the second half.
I think they can. You know, the first half was pretty ugly, but, you know, it's a challenge. There's no doubt it's a challenge, but I'm up for the challenge. And, you know, I think with John, you know, the owner and stuff, and he's letting me do pretty much what I want to do to try to bring this team to a very high competitive level. And, you know, Gary wants it just as bad, and we all want it. And I don't like to lose. I said that before in that interview, and whatever we have to do to try to overcome this and win more baseball games. And get ourselves in a position to where we can make a run for the second half is pretty important to me and to my coaching staff and to the players that are here now.
About 3 more minutes ago with the Met great Wally Backman. So I know you're focused on Staten Island. You're that type of guy, Wally. You're not going to worry about other stuff. You've got a job right now with John, with us, to win on Staten Island, but you're also not dead, okay? And you saw the Mets fired Carlos Mendoza last week. I know, much like your former teammate, God rest his soul, Gary Carter, you've had your design set on managing the team that you won the World Series with 40 years ago. Believe it or not, 40-year anniversary this year. The New York Mets. Now, I don't think I'm calling because I don't think David Stearns would do it. I think David Stearns likes to hire mushy people, not the best out there, which you are. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But are you hoping, again, I know Staten Island's your focus right now, but are you hoping, in all honesty, that the New York Mets give you a call? And if they don't, would you reach out to them?
No, I won't reach out to them. Again, Sid, my focus is on Staten Island right now. I'm going to give Staten Island 100% of the knowledge that I have. And, it would be nice to be reached out to, but right now I'm more concerned on trying to make this a competitive team, a playoff team, and, go from there. See what happens throughout the year and just kind of go from there. I know there's troubles in New York, but, again, I really want to put 100% of my focus on this team here on Staten Island and try to help bring a championship to this city here. That's my focus.
I believe you. But when you go on Craig Carton's show, he's one of my best friends, on The Fan yesterday, and he wants you. And Joe Beningo, another WFAN legend, he was on my show yesterday. He wants you. I want you. And a lot of Met fans, I know you read the news, Wally, a lot of Met fans, as soon as they fired Carlos Mendoza, they started screaming Wally Backman. How does that make you feel?
Well, it makes you feel good. I've heard it before. Nothing's ever happened. But, I really, Sid, want to put all my focus on what I'm doing right now here on Staten Island and try to get these players out in the community a little bit to see the schools and, if it's book reading things or whatever. I don't think they've ever done that, but try to associate with the community, get closer to the community, get more fans out here to our ballpark. Show them a better product on the field, and go from there. It's about winning. The Mets thing is a great thing. It's great to the fans. I love New York. I've always loved New York. To me, they're the most knowledgeable fans in baseball. The people in New York, and I've always had a good rapport with the reporters and the fans here in New York. And so, what happens is going to happen. But again, I have to reiterate that my main focus is to make this team better and try to make it a championship caliber team.
Final 30 seconds. I think you have to admit, Wally, that ballpark out there, right on the water on Staten Island. How nice is that?
It's the most beautiful park, maybe in the minor leagues with the setting and things, overlooking the city and things like that. But the ballpark is a beautiful ballpark. There's no doubt that, the fans that come out here, they're going to enjoy themselves. They got a great background of the view of the city and things. And the people here, the work here, from concessions all the way through, they're very, very nice people, and they really communicate good with the community and the people. So, it would just be nice to get these people out, and I'll say it again. One of John's big things that he's trying to do is get valet parking to make it easier for the fans. And, we had a few valets the other day, and so hopefully that continues to grow and it makes it easier for the fans to be able to come out here and see some exciting baseball.
Wally, we love you. We really do. We're very lucky to have you with our family here at WABC and the Yankees and the Staten Island FerryHawks. Very, very lucky. And we want nothing but success. My gut tells me you and I will talk quite a bit over the next couple of months as we start to rack up wins in the great borough of Staten Island. Wally Backman, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sid. I appreciate it.
No, you're great. God bless you. I do love you, Wally. You're great.
Thanks for listening to Sid and Friends in the Morning. You can hear Sid and Friends in the Morning weekday mornings at 6. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?